So this morning on day 4, the leaders were hiking up, chasing Chrigel over the Lerchen Pass to glide down to the Niesen turn point. He'd taken the night pass. And at the back, the Czech guy had been eliminated, with the Chinese guy having a massive effort to stay ahead of him through the night. Kinger a little bit ahead, and Richie joined Tomo to fly down from that pass later in the morning.
Woo! Lemais!
So 10:45 on day 4, and Maxime has just top landed at Niesen after walking most of the way up. So him and the crew are just a little bit behind because they didn't take a night pass. Chrigel had this smart move of taking a night pass, which enabled him to go higher up the hill and take off from the pass at dawn and land at the turn point. So in some ways his night pass has been more relaxing. Now he's over his Adelboden, the town where he grew up. Yeah, in some way it was more relaxing just because he could just get everywhere in the right time. He didn't have to rush, and he didn't have to, he didn't go all through the night. He just used a few extra hours to position himself well for a big flight today. So a whole bunch of other people have just tagged the Fiesch turn point. The two Austrian friends, Thomas and Simon, are flying together, and the French Damien is nearby. They'll try and cross the pass by air. And let's just have a look where everyone else is quickly. And at the back there's been a elimination battle. So at 6 in the morning the Czech pilot was eliminated. I actually was a little bit surprised, but I guess the Czech was as well, because he thought that he was far enough ahead not to worry about it. And he had, an hour and a half or so to run in the morning to try and regain the ground that China had done by walking through the night. But didn't quite manage, so China is still in. I don't know if they're going to have a big sleep now. Looks like Laurie has just launched. She was with Kinger. They've done a lot of hours last night. And Richie has had a reasonable amount of sleep, and then he's gone up to this little pass, which I wish I flew from in 2015 to save that long walk around, which is the local girl Celine did. Big day today. The leaders are in the Chamonix Valley. So Chrigel got away earlier, and it looked like he might be making his break, but he struggled a bit, and he even top landed and walked around to the sunny side before he crossed the Rhone. So Maxime has caught him up, and so has Pal. And yeah, Paddle, Durigati, Aaron Durigati, and Tongi are on the way as well. So yeah, you can see that Chrigel took a line. Well, Maxime cut across into the main Rhone Valley earlier, and sort of just about caught him by the time they crossed the Rhone. And Sepp, the Austrians, and a whole bunch in here. Not really adding much value with this, but we can look at it later, I suppose. So yeah, going quite a ways back, the American and Japanese and the Austrian girl who made that break down the Intal yesterday, or the evening before rather, and the Spanish, Slovenian, who pulled away from the others. So Richie is finally in the air after not the whole night walking, but a bit of walking to get to the turn point before his thermic flight. Romania looks like he's lost ground. Yeah, so Richie seems to be catching them up a little bit at the moment, which is good. And back here, looks like Kinga is still hiking up after taking the turn point. She took a thermic flight to get there, and Laurie's about to launch as well. China, not sure what China's up to. I mean, they probably had a bit of a sleep after not getting eliminated, but I'm not really sure. So 3:30, and an Aussie friend of ours, Hamid, is flying in the middle here, and he's looking over, and it's a bit shady. So Hungary, Pal has bombed in the bottom of the Chamonix Valley, and these two are quite low, or looks like Chrigel's managed to climb out. So
Okay, there's Chrigel. He's getting floated on a little bit by valley wind there.
It's just after 4 p.m. and our Aussie mate has been sending us videos, and he said he's flying around there now. Spotted the lead pilots, and he said it's just started raining in the Chamonix Valley, so Chrigel and Maxime were lucky to get a low save here, but Powell's decked it. Looks like Paddle has slope landed to wait out the shower, and as has Aaron. Oop. And I'm not sure who's on their way in, because Tongi slope landed here some time ago. Looks like Simon's, looks like they're flying again now. And then we've got Damien and Toma from Austria. And a bunch more coming from Niesen. So let's get to the back of the field. Oh, Canada's walking towards fish. Maybe it's showers, and then we'll have a look at the radar in a sec. Logan, the Austrian girl Elizabeth, and the Japanese guy are relatively close. Spanish guy is walking. He's up a slope. I don't know if the rain extends that far, but it seems to be better weather on this side. The Slovenian is walking over Fluela Pass. Richie's been having a great run, followed a nice line, and he's made ground on the Romanian Toma and the German girl Celine to the north. So he'll be tagging the turn points very soon. And Kinga is coming along. She had to have a thermic flight to get to the turn point, and Laurie is shown as being on launch, but she's been there a while, so I'm a bit sus about that. Could be some drums with live tracking. And the Chinese guy, who knows what's going on there. Looks like he's hiking up. So it's after 5 p.m. now, and Chrigel has tagged the turn point, so he's ahead of Maxime. Looks like he outflew Maxime in France, and Maxime outflew him in Switzerland, so that's why you shouldn't scout in an area, guys. On the radar, it seems like there's showers ahead, so I'm wondering what they're going to do. They're probably going to have to wait a little bit for those. We'll go around them or do some magic X-alps stuff, but will they try to go back to Switzerland, or will they follow the course line? And at the back, I've heard that Richie has landed as well. Sometimes you don't really know what's going on. I don't think there's any showers there, but for some reason he couldn't quite tag it from the air. Like, there's a few of them walking there, so the German has gone through though, so there you go. And Kiwi's coming, and who knows what's going on with the Chinese and the French woman, Laurie.